see you. Hey, Leah. Hello, Vinaji. So I've sent it again, and there she is. Everyone, please a big round of applause for Anusha. She's joining us for the
Hi,
first
hi, hi.
time. Hi, a lot of fluttering hearts, a lot of waving hands, a lot of claps, and a lot of thumbs up to her. Thank you, Anusha, so much for joining us, and
My
we are
pleasure.
very excitedly waiting for your story.
Is my audio adequate?
Yes.
Okay. My story goes The Spy, and it's one of those thrillers which I hope thrills. So just let me know my time.
Yes.
His mother walked into the room just as he was about to apply her new lipstick. She was startled. What are you doing with my lipstick? It's new. Mom, I forgot to tell you. I'm in the college production. Rehearsals start this evening. Rohan quickly hurried out of the room before he had to disclose the real reason for putting on the lipstick. He had been recruited by the Secret Service some years ago and assigned a very sensitive case. In that, he had to play the role of a lady reporter, and hence the lipstick episode. Even his mother did not know he was with the Secret Service. He posed as a government officer. A lady believed to be a very successful spy from the enemy country had very recently come to his country. She had wreaked havoc by stealing some very top secrets of the Indian organizations which were involved in defense research. Rohan was trained to disguise himself professionally and had long experience. But this was the first time he was going to try a gender change and try to ferret secrets from Rihanna, the cover name of the secret agent. Fortunately for him, she had a high-profile job, and it was easy to get an interview with her. Posing as an assistant reporter of a small weekly, he contacted her and took an appointment. He had already undergone some treatment which lowered his voice to a softer pitch, and his facial hair had been worked to give him a much softer visage of a lady. All that remained was the test on the crucial day. To be technically correct, he accompanied a senior reporter, and they started their interview. Rihanna breezed in, right on dot, and sent Rohan's heart to his mouth. She was a very attractive and a vocal lady who did not mince words. When his senior began the interview, as if on cue, there was a phone call, and he took over. Rihanna had a childhood in which she had traveled, learned numerous languages, a very sharp mind. Rohan quickly took over the interview and began asking her a variety of questions. When he began asking questions on the defense missiles whose secrets had been leaked to the neighboring country, he did so, but not directly. He broached topics, knowledge of which was essential to plagiarize the documents on the missile. She answered so innocently that for some time he felt he was on a wild goose chase. But when she named one component which only people working on the missile knew, he was overjoyed. He had got it down on his dictaphone, and it was not enough to nail her, but it was a beginning. Once the interview was over, they had lunch together. As was Rohan's habit, he sat with his feet wide apart, and then she regaled him with anecdotes and incidents from her diplomatic life. Rohan slowly was falling into her trap. Then he asked her for a cigar. He wanted to retract, but he did not. She gave him a long lecture on the best cigarettes and cigars in the world and produced one right for him. He was really surprised at the breadth of her knowledge. But the whole comfortable afternoon was to evaporate very soon. Members of the Secret Service swooped down upon Rihanna and took her into custody on the basis of proof Aditi had gathered. Since that was not enough, there was an uproar in the embassy of the neighboring country. Rohan was called to interrogate Rihanna. She did not recognize him. She answered all his questions smoothly. He then remembered that she knew French. He asked her whether she did, and to his surprise, she answered in the negative. Only the day before, she had spoken to him very enchantingly in that language. After long hours of interrogation, he stifled a yawn, and she shot him a look of recognition. She tried to remember what she had told Aditi, but she could not remember. But she went on, unfazed. She did not lose her cool for a split second also. Then Rohan tried one of his favorite tricks. He spoke in French on the phone to an imaginary person on the other side. And he watched Rehana's actions. Her face was immobile, as though she did not understand. He had told his senior to ask for her hanging, and he had asked in French. He was at his wit's end. Since the case was a high-profile one and a lot of egg was flying all over, they needed to sort it out fast. Slowly, he started to let his dejection show, began to slump. Rehana seemed to get stronger with this action, and she puffed out in pride. There was a call which came to Rohan, and he started to blubber as though he was scared of the person from the neighboring country who was threatening him. With this, Rehana kept on puffing up in pride. She was, as they say, arrogant. Taking a hint, Rohan looked dejectedly at her and said 3 words. She smiled in triumph and got up to go. Halfway through the room, she turned and spat venom when she realized she had been tricked. He had said, "You are free," and she had taken the cue. But he had said the 3 golden words in a language she professed not to know, French, in which all the secret documents of the missile had been coded. All her actions had been caught on camera and the conversations recorded. As she stopped, the Secret Service sleuths got ready to escort her to confinement. Rohan looked at her, smiled, and said, "Cigarette? Thank you."
वाह वाह वाह, क्या बात है, क्या ट्विस्ट मारा आपने एंड में, वाह वाह। उस जबान में उसको यू आर फ्री बोला जिसमें वो जवाब दे ही नहीं सकती है, अगर देगी तो फंस जाएगी। भाई वाह, ये तो बिल्कुल ही
उठ के चल। She started walking off.
हाँ, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बड़ा शानदार ट्विस्ट था, क्योंकि हमको एंड तक नहीं मालूम था कि डॉक्यूमेंट्स फ्रेंच में थे, और आपने बिल्कुल मतलब कमाल कर दिया। थैंक यू एवरीबॉडी, प्लीज अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर अनुषा. A lot of fluttering hearts, a lot of waving hands, a lot of thumbs up, and a lot of claps for her. You can see all the comments that are coming on the scroll. Everybody's just loving it. Wow, wow, bahut khoob. Love the end. So, you are here with story lovers, and the story lovers have given thumbs up to your story. Thank you so much, Anusha, for joining us. Please keep joining us. Please keep writing, and please keep coming back with more of your stories.
Thank you.
So,
bye.
With that, we bid good night